So, thank you so much again, SG, for having us. Just kindly break it down further for us. What do you mean by saying that the Ruto will never be on the ballot? It was just clear.
What I said when I was, we had a fundraising in Lamu at Honorable Rueda's place. She had invited us as coach to assist her in fundraising for women groups. And then, what I meant when I said William Samoei Ruto will not be on the ballot box, I knew that the Kenyan government is part of global governments on issue of integrity because it is in our constitution. And if issues of integrity that surrounds William Samoei Ruto were clearly followed and checked, you see, William Samoei Ruto would have not been allowed to be on the ballot box. Because first of all, he grabbed a government land. It's in everybody's knowledge that where Western Hotel sits on a Western Hotel sits on a government land that used to be owned by Directorate of Civil Aviation. It is known. That is a government department. The case is in court. So he would have either surrendered that land back to government or done otherwise. Otherwise, he would have been told, since you are involved in malpractices concerning land, you cannot be allowed to appear on the ballot box. Those are integrity issues. What immoral? Huh? How, you know, really, how morally upright is he to be put on a ballot box when he has integrity issues? That is what I meant. I didn't mean that William Samoei Ruto will not be on a ballot box because he would have died. I said if William Samoei Ruto would have been closely followed on integrity issues, he's not supposed to be on the ballot box. Even if people would have gone deeper as per how he acquired his properties, land, the huge tracts and tracts of land he has, then he would have been asked to explain how he acquired his wealth. If it's not properly explained, then you are not supposed to be on a ballot box. This is what happens everywhere in the world. You cannot be allowed to contest any seat world over, including us in trade union movement. If you are involved in fraudulent cases, nobody can register you. It's in the law. So if, as per our own constitution, chapter 6 would have been followed to the latter and due diligence carried out on Samoei Ruto, he was not supposed to be on a ballot. That's what I meant. I thought that government will be strict, IEBC will be strict, and Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission will be very strict and issue guidance to the IEBC not to put Samoei William Ruto on the ballot box. It was not that because William Ruto would not appear on the ballot box because he would have died or something like that. We lawyers, we don't kill if you have children. It is in our culture and traditions. We don't do that.
He has been cleared by IEBC. So you're saying that these state agencies have failed?
Absolutely 100%. Absolutely 100%. Absolutely 100%. The state agencies failed. He was not supposed, in first place. They would have said, as there is a serious case pending, and on an obvious matter, known that this is a government land, not doubtful matters. If it is doubtful matters, you may say there is some doubt, there is some benefit of doubt. Here, the director in charge of civil aviation has claimed his area on behalf of government. The matter is in court. It's not a question of doubtful. That alone, you are not supposed to appear on a ballot box. And if people made a mistake to elect you, then they would have elected a wrong person in a right position. That's what I meant.
SG, following your close relationships with Azimio la Umoja presidential flag bearer Raila Odinga, and of course also your friendship with President Uhuru Kenyatta, what you speak is seen as a communication, some sort of communication that has some trust and confidence from these two people.
Nothing like that. Can I tell you what? 2014, immediately after 2013 elections, William Samoei Ruto posted somebody in the Ministry of Labor as a minister known as Kambi Kazungu. and appointed. I made a young man I employed myself at the NSSF called Langat as CEO of NSSF with a view of controlling workers' funds. And then at that time, he had a mission for that particular NSSF funds. That's where we agreed with William Samoei Ruto. And then after that disagreement, 2014, I said, if this man is a senior man, he's a deputy president, and he can pick a telephone and call a junior officer in any government department to ask him who is in charge of procurement in that particular department. And he directs that junior officer that please hear that tender, give it to Kevin Mutai. He orders from top. What about if he assumes the responsibilities of ruling this country? And then I say to myself, God shall is mandatory. God shall never allow such a person, yeah, who can misuse his office for his own personal benefit to take charge and responsibilities of leading a country. God cannot allow. I'm a Christian. God shall never. The shall is mandatory. I'm a Christian. God cannot. I was convinced as a Christian. And I said, 2014, they were all wearing red ties. President Uhuru a red tie, William Samoei red a tie. They were brothers. They were all bedfellows together. I announced publicly that William Samoei Ruto shall not ascend to power as a president of Kenya. That was 2014. It was barely less than a year in the office. So how would have Uhuru come and told me that please tell the Kenyans that William Samoei Ruto will not be on the ballot box? And I've maintained that. Little did I know, I used to tell Kenyans, the person who will be the president, I don't know. This is what I used to say even on JK Live, that whoever will ascend to presidency, I don't know. But whoever shall not be a president, I know him. That is William Samoei Ruto. And I maintained that to date, less than 2 months to the elections. Little did I know Raila will make up his mind. When he made up his mind, I said then he will be the right person. 1, you have suffered for this country. 2, you have been detained because of this country. 3, you have fought for a new constitution, we have it. 4, you brought devolution. 5th is you recruited William Samoei Ruto, he was in your camp. All these sorts of things. So I said you are now the right person to go, and you have never been mentioned or involved yourself directly in corruption cases.
I was actually coming to that, but before the other question disappeared, of confidence that you even speak while with the president, that really communicates a lot. That means, is it that the president trusts you, or why would, like the other day during Labor Day, there's something that you asked the president and he immediately implemented right there in front of the public?
Always when you are on the right course, you will get the support of the president. Any president who means well for the country will support you. Whenever you are doing what is good for the majority, always make sure as a leader, either as workers representative, a member of parliament, or MCA, you are for the majority who mandated you to do that job, not for yourself. You will attract so many support from you will be a darling of everybody. Shun corruption. Don't be mentioned in any corruptive elements. I've never, myself. I was employed during Musalia Kenyatta's time. I worked for him. I worked for President Moi throughout, and you know very well. And he supported me very well. Because at no any time I went to him with a paper, I want government land or a government plot. For all those years. And we remained friends with President Moi. He supported me in 1992. He wanted me to become a member of parliament in Butere. He supported me in my work as as Kenya Plantation and Agriculture Workers Union.
You're saying President Kenyatta trusts you?
100. Kibaki also trusted me. And any president who means well, it doesn't matter who. If he's elected tomorrow, he will work with me. Because there is no any time I will go for the president to say, this is what I want. This is my own benefit. If I go to see the president or the head of state, it's on behalf of those people who mandated me. It's on behalf of those people who mandated me. Not on my own behalf. And this is where Ruto went wrong. Because he is a deputy for himself. And he wants to be a president for himself. And God is not going to allow it. On 9th of August 2022, be on your radio alert. You will see people, there will be a moment turn up of Kenyans. Even those who are saying right now that they are supporting him, before nines, they will have a dream from God that whoever you are supporting is a wrong person. I'm telling you. Because this country, anything to do with top leadership is God's will. Even when Moi was leaving, we thought maybe it would be Mudavadi. Little did we know it would be Kibaki. So God is going to give us a leader of his own choice who is not William Samoei Ruto.
Did Ruto, while
Raila didn't come to the government. If you remember very well, if you're on JKL live on 5th of January 2018, I said this country to be peaceful after the election of 2017, 2018. 2017, 2018, I said for us to convince the investors, for us to have peace, because we had had problems here and there, we must have what we call a handshake.
he actually blames the handshake?
Yeah, so the handshake was for peace. He's blaming the handshake because it occupied his minds and space and ambitions. So your own ambitions, mindset for something, it's not for everybody. Handshake for total peace in Kenya. And everybody, anybody of goodwill, you go to the Anglican Church, people of goodwill, you go to Muslims, you go to any church that is what it is sold, you will find them supporting the handshake. Because what Kenyans want, particularly we as workers, we want peace after election.
He's saying the handshake destroyed the Big Four agenda, among other governments.
It didn't. It is him who scattered all these things. Because he would have continued to support his boss. If, I can tell you, if this boy had an advisor and continued to support President Uhuru, and now it is the time he's coming out this year, he wants to be a president, people would have thought twice. But it is him who scattered. How do you leave your own president? You start now, you organize an opposition against your own system, your own government, and you are in that government. The shield that is a symbol of national unity and protection of our country was left in the hand of one man, President Uhuru Kenyatta. A deputy president, as you know, he doesn't have his or her ballot box. You must hang on somebody's shoulders in order to be a deputy president. William Samoei Ruto had to hang on Uhuru's shoulders to become deputy president. You cannot go there and say, it is me who made him. It is me. It is either me or never. And the president has a lot of advisors. He might find out that if so and so like Raila Odinga doesn't come close, if they don't enter into an agreement of peace, the country will be divided. And Kenyans want a united country.
That's why they went for the handshake. If Ruto comes to you for an advice, what would you tell him?
I will help him aggressively. I will help him. He's a very good leader. He's a Shirud. What he's lacking are good advisors and also chest thumping. I will advise him correctly as how to become a president. And he will become a president. I swear I will become a president. I swear I will become a president. But if he still calls me Musaile Amanyororo, Musaile Didi, he will still languish in those problems. Why? Because when he had a problem at Hague, I and my wife, I took a rosary to him. I said, even if you are not a Catholic, this one I've taken it to a priest in Geneva to sanctify it, to make it holy, you know, to blaze it. So I took that rosary to him. I said, even if you don't come from my own church of Catholic, as you pray, keep this one with you. God will get you, will see you free of this cause. And he was freed.
Is it too late now?
Not for this year, because this year is not going to be the president. I'm convinced 100%. But for the years to come, Ruto, I'm older than him. I started working when he was 6 months old. Yeah, because he was born in 1966 December. I started working in 1967 June. He was only 6 months. He was a toddler. He was a baby. So I'm like his father. He can come to me. I will sit him down. I will tell him, look, me, I'm aging very fast. You still have a long way to go. These are the perimeters. You do this, 2027 or 2028 or so, or 2030, because the age is on his side. But if he's not careful, and I want to tell you right now, if he's not careful, Raila will hand over this government. The first lady woman to be a president of the Republic of Kenya will be Martha Karua. If Ruto is not careful, you watch. The first person, the first woman in Kenya to be a president will be Martha Karua if Ruto still calls us wale wazee wa manyororo. I can assure you for free.
What do you make of these masses that he pulls whenever he goes?
Paid masses. Sometimes, like for example, he was in Kakamega. All people, you thought, you saw those buses. From Nandi, from Kapsabet Primary School, from secondary school, from Nandi Secondary School, Nandi, crowds for hire. And crowds will come. Even right now, if you get, if I give you my Prado, which has an opening up here and then you rest up your head, you just go to shopping center here. People will come and start listening to you. They will say, who is this person? People will come. That does not mean you are popular. I've been telling people on popularity, I'm popular more than William Samoei Ruto. I'm the third from President Uhuru to Raila and me. And you can go in any rally, or I can appear anywhere people will demand for me to say something.
As you come to an end, Benazji, there is this polls that have recently shown Raila Odinga ahead of Ruto by more than 8.
No, me, I don't. Let me tell you, me, I don't want to go as per those polls. I want to ask you just a simple question. Where are Ruto's votes? Where are they? All Rift Valley. And parts of Rift Valley, not all of Rift Valley. Where are those? In Central, is he a son of Wamboi? Is he a son of Kanyi in Central? Is he married from Central?
No.
My friend, listen to me. He will be shocked. I don't know whether you witnessed yesterday's meeting of Martha Karua in Embu. And a month ago, I was in Embu. It was only Ruto. Nobody could say anything in the whole of Embu. Go to Kirinyaga now. Go to the whole of Wadaya. I went there for the funeral of my chairman. Go there. I'm telling you, walk to Central. It's not, and in Central, Raila doesn't want a lot of votes. He was expecting to get 20%. But as things are now, he's going to garner more than 50% votes from Central. Even the candidates who are on UDA ticket in Central, they are saying, give me my vote, but up there, Siumbi will give. Go there and ask right now.
Yeah. Your famous slogan, Katene miti sugoi.
Yeah, it is important. It is very, very important. Kukata miti katika sugoi na kucheki ya kwamba hakuna dawa ya panya, ya kuua panya karibu. Because this young man has used millions and millions of money that he will not recover. He will not recover. Both his outside savings and internal savings. And from well-wishers. You know, when he started, people thought he was going to be the president. So he received a lot of donations from business community, from people whom he thought some have closed their businesses because they had been told he's going to be the president and they will do business with his government. Millions. And this money, some people have gone, even from Western people like Wetangula and Musalia Mudavadi, who don't have any following, are milking him on daily basis. They will come back home in Western pretty well, but what about himself? So he must not only what was going was kate miti, lakini hata dawa ya panya. Watoe karibu. Na watafute mlinzi, wasaidie mama. Asiwache yeye hata 1 minute. Yes, bearing in mind that Caleb Koistani is not in the race. That is the only man who used to console him. You see?
So when you say beef ya Ruto na Atwoli, is there really an existing beef between the two of you?
No, there's nothing like that. There's nothing existing between me and him. But I always drive on factual. Yeah. Factual and things that are full of facts and things that anybody are verifiable, what I'm saying. If I say about Western to tell you, you know about it. Yes. If I say about what has happened right away in NHIF, you know what has happened in NHIF. There is no money. Who took the money? Whose people? We have a problem of oil in this country. The Minister of Energy, it was under whose hands? And is the man who appointed all cartels in the oil industry. Now he's standing up blaming Uhuru government about shortage of oil and perpetual increases on oil prices. Who are those people in private oil importation? These are people who are licensed by his own cronies. Until recently is when Charles Keter left the energy ministry. That was his ministry. Yeah, well, ask what happened to the oil pipeline. Where's that?